Guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the Infosys System Engineer interview experience. This interview happened recently only on 2nd September 2021. Guys, make sure that you watch this video till the end so that you can get to know the level of the questions which are getting asked in this interview. Guys, this is the third Infosys System Engineer interview on my channel. The rest of the two interview experiences have been already posted on my channel, and you can find those interview experiences in this playlist, that is Infosys interview experience. In this playlist, 5 interview experiences have been posted for the SCS profile, 2 interview experiences have been posted for the PP profile, and this is the third interview experience that is being posted for the system engineer profile. So make sure that you watch, after watching this video, you go to this playlist and watch all the videos. And guys, one more video that I suggest you to watch is after watching this video is that the Infosys important subject discussion. If you have the Infosys interview of any role, please watch this video. In this video, I have discussed the important topics for every role that you have to prepare for these type of interviews in Infosys. So guys, I hope you understood this. And guys, if you are new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe it as well as join my Telegram groups also. All the Telegram groups, the link are given in the description box. Make sure to join them because I post regular updates on different companies which are hiring as well as the questions that you're getting asked in them. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting the video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so the date of the interview was 2nd September 2021. The branch of my friend was CSC. The duration of the interview was 25 minutes. Okay, so the first question that was asked from him was introduce yourself. And guys, again, if you're following my series of different companies interview experience, you will find that this question is asked in every company irrespective of whether it is a product based company or it is a service based company. So make sure to prepare this question very well. You must only include your skills in which you are confident in. Try to include your internships, your projects, extracurricular activities and hobbies too in your introduce yourself. So I hope this question is clear to you. The next question was to explain your projects. Again guys, in many companies your explanation of your project is asked in an interview. So make sure to prepare your projects well. While preparing your project, you must prepare few things like what your project does, what are the technology stacks that have been used in your project, and what are the future scope of this project, and what are the challenges faced in your projects. So guys, these all questions can be asked in respective of your project, and guys, make sure to prepare all these points for all the projects you have mentioned in the resume. Now the next question was to explain insertion sort. Guys, you can be asked to explain insertion sort, you can be asked to write the pseudocode for the insertion sort, and you can be asked to write a proper code for the insertion sort. So for an interview, make sure to prepare all the sorting and searching algorithms with their code. So I will give you the link of this particular article in the description box. It's a Geeks article of insertion sort. So I will give in the link in the description box. Okay. Now the next question was, what is linked list? Now a linked list, you all know, it is a linear data structure in which the elements are not stored at a contiguous memory location. So since it is a linear data structure, you might confuse it with the arrays. So in arrays, the elements are stored in the contiguous memory location, but in the linked list, the values are not stored at the contiguous memory locations. Now in simple word, a linked list consists of nodes where each node contains a data field, that is the value to be stored at that particular location, and the link to the next node in the list. Again, I have told you that this is not non-contiguous data structure. So this is what it looks like. It for every node consists of two values. First is the data node and another is the next pointer that will be consisting of the address for the next pointer. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Okay, the next question was, what is the difference between stack and queues? So guys, stack and queues are the two data structure. So first of all, difference in stack and queue is that stack follows the LIFO approach, that is last in first out. If you put an element in the stack, then that will be the first element to get out in the stack. Okay, in comparison to it, queue follows the FIFO principle, that is the first in first out. Like in real life, you can say that the lines of the movie tickets, the first one who's present in the line is the first one to get out of the line. So this is the major difference in stack and queues. Okay, another major difference is that insertion and deletion in stack take place only from one end, whereas in queues the insertion and deletion takes place from different ends. The insertion is from the end and deletion is from the starting of the queue. Now insertion operation is called the push. Insertion operation is called the push in stack, whereas insert operation is called the NQ in stack in queue. So I hope these differences are clear to you. Okay, the next question was, what is the difference between method overloading and method overriding? Guys, whenever a difference is asked from you in an interview, make sure that you give at least 2 valid points for their differences between the items they have asked. So first of all, method overloading. Method overloading is a compile time polymorphism, whereas method overriding is the runtime polymorphism. Now, method overloading, it helps to rise the readability of the program. So it helps in increasing the readability of the program, whereas method overriding, it is used to grant the specific implementation of the method which is already provided by its parent class. So method overriding generally takes place when we perform inheritance. So method overriding, we can say that one function will perform some task in parent class, whereas that particular function will perform a different task in the child class. So this is what a method overriding is. Okay, so I hope the difference between these two things are clear to you. Now the next question was, what is the syntax for the update command in SQL? So you can take the screenshot of it. This is the correct syntax for the update command in SQL, that is update table name, set column 1 is equal to value 1, where you have to make changes, that is where condition you have to specify. So I hope this question is clear to you. Now the next question was, what is the difference between DDL and DML command? So guys, in this interview more differences are asked rather than the direct questions, so I hope you got these points. So DDL command and DML commands. So DDL, first of all, what are the full form? DDL stands for data definition language and DML stands for data manipulation language. DDL is used to create database schemas, like how many columns will it have, which column will be having which type of you can say which type of data types. These are all specified by DDL commands, whereas DML commands are used to add, retrieve or update the data. You can add the data, you can retrieve the data, and you can update the data using manipulation language, that is DML commands. I hope the difference between these two are clear to you. Okay, so guys, these were all the 8 technical questions which were asked in this particular interview. The total duration of the interview was 25 minutes, as I have told you earlier, and there were few HR questions were also asked in this interview. These were the basic HR questions which you can find in different videos also of mine channel or on other YouTube channel also. So these were simple, that is, first of all, again, tell me about yourself. Again, the HR person can ask you to tell me about yourself once again. Now next is, why should we hire you? Again, you have to give a valid point to the company, that why should you be selected in that company, what value you will bring to the company. So you must prepare a very good answer for such questions. Now next are, what are your strengths and weaknesses? So guys, my suggestion is that you at least give 2 strengths and 2 weaknesses. Many of you in an interview say that you do not have any weaknesses, but that is wrong. You have to give at least 2 weaknesses of your with real life example. So I hope this question is clear to you. Now next was, why do you want to work at our company? So guys, make sure that you must prepare a good answer for this also, that why you want to work in Infosys or any other company. You must read 2 to 3 facts before giving interview of any company, that what all technologies are the company working on and what are the technologies you like. So if these 2 things matches, then you want to work in the company. You can give this reason. So I hope these questions were clear to you. These were the HR questions. So guys, in this video I've discussed both TR questions as well as the HR questions. I hope this video will help you in clearing your interviews. So guys, this was it for this video. I hope you liked the video. Guys, please join all the Telegram groups that I have given in the description box, and if you haven't liked the video till now, please like it and please subscribe this channel for future videos. Thank you for watching it.